If you want to make money with content marketing, you need a bit of luck. If you want to make money on YouTube, you need video skills. But you know what skill makes you money every single time consistently without any other special skills? Cold email. I am the cold email king. You know me for cold email. We've made millions of dollars with cold email. We've made our clients hundreds of millions of dollars with cold email. And today, I want to tell you exactly how to make money with cold email. If you actually want to make money with cold email, check this out. Before we jump into it, make sure you subscribe down below and check out Cold Email University, which will teach you step-by-step how to send cold emails. Now, with that being said, let's jump into the video. Like this video on YouTube, please. We need it. We need your likes. We need your likes. Cold email has worked for us every single time, and I've said cold email like 30 times. So what's a cold email? Cold email is sending, we can have a little counter going. Cold email is sending a cold email to people that have never met you before. You're taking your pitch, you're sending it to a targeted group, and you're getting them to take some sort of action. Recently, Vishal was using that to book our interviews for this YouTube channel. Robert and the X27 team use that to close deals for our clients and also for their clients at their software development firm. We use it for podcast guests. We use cold email for everything. If we just want to meet somebody, an author, we'll send them a cold email and usually they'll get back. So cold email is a superpower that if you learn it, all the doors open for you. Imagine removing the fact that you need connections to get things done. Some people might say, oh, of course he can succeed. He's got all these connections. Well, guess what? Cold email allows you to make connections with anybody at any time. So that excuse is gone. It doesn't matter if you're in Nigeria, like Bruno is. We talked about Bruno's story inside International Clients, which was one of our courses. Or even Robert, who sold $25,000, $30,000 websites from Romania. It does not matter where you are. Cold email is a superpower. That's why you need to learn it. So let's talk about if you actually want to make money with cold email, what should you do? The first thing you need to look at is your offer. If you're sending an offer to people that don't care, you're not going to get any responses. If you're sending an offer to people that do care, but the offer is trash, you're not going to sell. So let's talk about what makes a good no-brainer offer to sell via cold email. First thing is you want to make sure your offer is more pricey. So $2,000 or more is typically what we like to aim for. This also works for SaaS, but you got to be selling annual contracts or something to make this work at massive scale. You want to be selling multiple seats, etc., because it takes a lot of time to run a good cold email campaign. And let's say your cost of adding a user is cheap when you're good at cold email, like maybe 20, 30 bucks. But what's the cost of your time? That's what I always think about. So you want to make sure you're selling at least $2,000 deals and possibly even more. You could sell unlimited size here via cold email. So I always say, sell bigger. Sell a $100,000 website. Don't sell a $2,000 website. Definitely don't sell a $200 website. So pricing's first. That'll attract the wrong people. The next thing is your offer needs to be a no-brainer, which means it needs to be something they actually want. If you're selling new websites to companies that already have beautiful new websites, they're never going to buy. If you're selling new websites to companies that have trash websites, they also might not want to buy. But if you're selling conversion rate optimization and boosting the sales of companies that have trash websites, now you might get some customers. You might get some people interested because their website's bad, so their sales are low, you would assume. That's the way to think about it. You don't want to sell things people don't want. You want to sell things people need. If you want more on no-brainer offers, we actually did an entire module on this, which is inside Cold Email University, which you can get down below. Next thing to think about is how many cold emails should you send per day? You learn about cold email, and the first thought that pops into a lot of people's head is, okay, let me just spam out like 12,000 emails. I got 12,000 emails, let me just send them out. And that is an incorrect approach. You want to send about 30 to 40 cold emails per day when you're just starting, because you want to make sure your campaigns work. Let's say there are 40,000 people in your market. So there's 40,000 potential customers for your offer. Do you want to spam all 40,000 with an email that gets a 0.01% meeting book rate and maybe meet with like a couple of them? Or do you want to send all 40,000 an email that follows our process and gets between a 4 and 8% meeting book rate and book, Vishal, how much? What's 6% of 40,000? I assumed you would know. All right, I'll do the math. I thought you would know, dude. Why do I think Vishal knows math is the real question. I don't know math. 6% of 40,000 is 2,400 meetings. Would you rather get 2 meetings on a spam email to 40,000 people, or would you rather get 2,400 meetings on a customized and targeted cold email campaign that gets a 6% meeting book rate? That's the difference between having a bad campaign and a good campaign. 2 meetings, 2,400 meetings, same number of leads. See what I'm talking about now? Another thing to think about on that same line is testing. How often should you change the subject line, for instance? Now, we have so many videos. We actually even did a document on 50 subject lines to test, maybe 100 subject lines to test, which you can have for free down below. Not trying to sell anything there. You can have that for free. We'll make that the first link in the description. And you can check out our actual subject lines that work. Now you have a list, and what you should do from that list is test 100, 200%, let's say 200% with each subject line to find the one that works with your niche. You want to make sure your open rate is 60 to 80%. And I say that as a wide swath because some niches open almost every email and you can get 80 or 90%. But some niches like e-commerce are highly competitive and those emails will get buried pretty quickly. And some industries don't even check their email, like manufacturing or grocery stores. Those guys, if you're trying to email them, you will expect a lower open rate just because they don't live in their inbox as much. So that's worth thinking about. Change your email subject line every 200 emails until you can get your open rate up. And the reason why I say 200 and not 100 and not 40 and not 20 is if you send 200 emails, the odds that you get a false positive are much lower. If you send 10 emails with the same subject line, you might get 8 opens. Then you send that same subject line to another 10 and get 2 opens. Now, did that subject line have an 80% open rate or a 20% open rate or something in between? I would argue it has none of those three. And the only way to find the true subject line is to send to at least 100, if not 200 emails. What's your biggest obstacle when sending cold emails, by the way? I would love to know, what are you dealing with when it comes to sending cold emails for your business? I know we're talking a lot of numbers. We're saying it works and we're showing proof that it works. Has it worked for you? And what is the obstacle that you're dealing with to stop you? Let me know in the comments down below. The next thing you want to look at is the copy of your email. How is your email actually constructed? Is it personalized to the specific target, or does it look like a lot of the spam emails that we get in our inboxes, like in our cold email teardowns, where it's bullet point after bullet point, offering a menu of services? Ankit, inside of our course International Clients, called it selling like a street vendor, where basically you just have all of your services on display for people to grab. Are you doing that, or are you sending a specific offer to a specific group of customers that want to buy? That's worth thinking about and rewriting your email copy until it's that specific that people want to go. And we'll show you, here's 2 examples. Here's an example of a bad cold email, and here is an example of a good cold email. So you can use those, pause that, and you can see the difference. We also have a ton more of these inside Cold Email University. The next thing you want to think about is the response rate of the email. So you're sending a good offer to a good group of people. Now, what's a good response rate? And we talked about this before. It's between 4 and 8%. You want something around that from your cold email campaigns. And if you don't have that kind of response rate, then you can start diagnosing your campaigns like a doctor. Do you have a low response rate because the leads are bouncing, meaning the emails are guessed and they're not going to the correct people? Do you have a low response rate because the emails that you're finding are not valid, meaning they might be from a different target audience? Maybe you're looking for e-commerce stores with over 2 million in revenue, and you're getting a list with e-commerce stores that have under 2 million in revenue, or maybe not even e-commerce stores. Maybe you're seeing local businesses. So check that lead quality. Then if that's all cool, if that's all working, check your open rates. Are your subject lines working in the niche? And if not, rewrite your subject lines. If your subject lines are working and your open rates are cool, look at your body copy. Read your email out loud and ask yourself, would I buy from this cold email? Would I book a meeting if I got this email? And if not, you're rewriting it. And then final thing, make sure you're sending enough cold emails. Because some people will say, oh, Alex, cold email doesn't work. And I'll ask them, hey, how many cold emails did you send? They'll say, oh, I sent like 2. And that's just not the way to think about it. You need to send at least 100 before I'll even look at your campaigns inside of the private community that we have. Because I want to make sure that you're actually sending enough to get data. You could have the greatest campaign in the world, but if you send it to only 2 people, the odds that both those people are going to book are basically random chance. If we're talking about a 4 to 8% meeting book rate, then I would want to see at least 100 emails go out to see if you can get 4 to 8 meetings off of that. So that's worth thinking about. The quantity of emails you're sending out needs to be high enough to even get data. If you want more on this, you can check out the free videos. We have a ton of free content on the YouTube channel. We'll actually link to a playlist of our cold email videos. And if you want specific step-by-step guidance on how to do this, including access to me inside of our private community for life, check out coldemailuniversity.com. It goes through exactly what our cold email process is, how to create an offer, and how to scale cold email for your business so you can get unlimited leads, unlimited meetings, and take your company to the next level. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button. We need it. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.